Hey, what is up guys, this is FNH here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Weslo Cadence G 5.9i Treadmill. Okay, so I recently got this for my house because I needed a treadmill, right? And this was probably one of the cheapest ones in the market. I got it on Amazon for around $297, so around $300, right? So I've been using this for a couple of weeks now. I just wanted to make a quick review and my thoughts on this. Right, so you guys can see it is a very compact treadmill. Okay, I just have it right beside my sofa over here in my living room, right? You know, just because I needed something compact, right? So it is very small and lightweight, and you can kind of tell while using it as well. The width of the belt is 16 inches, so it's pretty small also compared to a regular treadmill that you would see you know, at a gym or something. So you know, that is, you have to take that into consideration. But also, that being said, this does support up to 275 pounds, so you know, it's not completely lightweight. It is, you know, able to support a good amount of weight, right? The speeds go up to 1 to 10 miles an hour, right? It does have Bluetooth in it, right? Which I will get to that in a moment. You know, so yeah, you know, it has the stop thing over here. I think every treadmill has that, the magnetic stop. So that's basically it for the actual review of the treadmill. There's one thing, it does not have Incline. So the Incline it does have is a two-step manual incline, right? So this can be the regular incline, and then I believe there's something on the bottom you could do to make it a little higher. So it's a manual incline. There's no motor or no buttons over here that you can press to increase the incline. Okay, so yeah, take that into consideration when buying this. The biggest thing I want to say is the activation. You'll probably see in the reviews on Amazon that this does have somewhat of a lot of bad reviews, because it does require you to activate it before using it. And you know, using the iFit, you know, download the app, and then you have to sync it to the app. It comes with the activation number, and then using that, and then some people saying that it requires you to pay a monthly fee for that. So that all being said, that can easily be bypassed. I'll show you that in another video. So you know, if you are interested in, you know, in this treadmill and interested in not activating it and just bypassing it, make sure to check out that video. I will leave that in the description below to the link for that. Okay, so overall my thoughts on the treadmill are really good. You know, probably one of the best, cheapest and lightweight treadmill that you can find in the market. In terms of assembly, let me just briefly mention that it was pretty easy to assemble. Okay, so the parts that came separate was this bottom part, right, where the belt is. So that part is connected to actually the side rails, right, and I believe it's connected to this handle as well. All right, so the parts that are not connected were this handle was separate on both sides, and then this whole piece was separate on top, and then you can see on the bottom the legs over here were separate as well. Okay, so in terms of assembly, if you have two people, you can easily assemble it. If you have one person, if you're doing it alone, it might be slightly difficult, but you know, it can be done. Okay, so you know, you really don't have to pay for assembly. That's really unnecessary. Right, so yeah, that's my overall review. Let me just, you know, just start it off and show you guys how it sounds, how loud it is. Right, oops. So what I find weird about this kind of is that when you first start it, speed 1, it kind of gives you a jolt, right, and then it kind of goes back. So if you're not really expecting it, you kind of be thrown off a little. I mean, you wouldn't probably fall or anything, but it is quite surprising. So that's 1. So you guys can hear, that's basically how loud it is. Let me increase it to 5. So that's basically speed 5. And you know, you can see it gradually increased. It didn't just go from 1 to 5 all of a sudden. So that was pretty nice. So let me just do it back to 1. You know, it gradually slows down, so you know there is some transition to the speed up and speeding down. All right. So yeah, that's basically how loud it was. So just a little walking, you can hear the motor go, kind of put more energy when I take a step. But yeah, now the last thing I want to mention is this thing over here, the stand over here, right? I'm not a big fan of that. Let me just stop this. All right, so I'm not a big fan of that, mainly because when you stand up the bottom part, the treadmill is not standing straight, it's standing at an angle. Okay, and you know, just personal preference, I don't really trust this knob over here to basically hold up the whole treadmill, especially at an angle, right? And it was very difficult to hook it on and hook it off once it's on, so I just always leave this down. So yeah, this isn't really the greatest knob, but you know, it does kind of get the job done. But yeah, that being said, overall I think it's a pretty good treadmill, especially if you take into consideration that you don't have to activate it, right? So if you're looking at the reviews as to, you know, the people that are saying that you have to activate it, you can kind of ignore that, because I will make a video, follow-up video to this, where I'll show you guys how to turn it on without even activating it. All right, it's really simple. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Other than that, if you liked the video, make sure to like it, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.